I'm live. I'm live. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, so right now I am streaming live. This video is being syndicated everywhere. Hola, Instagram. How are you? Okay, so listen, we are going to be talking about today the deadly messaging mistake that kills your conversions every time. Okay, the deadly messaging mistake that kills your conversions every time. Okay, right now I am, like I said, streaming everywhere. So Instagram, you might see that I look at this camera more. It's only because I'm used to going live on Facebook, but I'm going to try my best to go back and forth here. Okay, if you are a coach, I want to give you an invitation right now to join me inside of the Female Coaches Society. Hey Squad, right? So we have a Facebook group with over 6,300 coaches, and we are all about growing our business, growing together, as well as connections, collaborations, and community. Okay, so if you are looking to do more joint ventures, you're looking to gain more exposure, more visibility, and to connect and partner with more women, then our group is the place to do that, right? And so this is your personal invitation right now. Okay, now if this is your first time seeing any one of my videos, hey, so my name is Niala. I am a marketing and income strategist. I'm also the CEO of Market Your Message, where we help coaches find and market their unique message so they can consistently sign high-paying clients. It's all about taking your story and your skills and helping you structure your business for maximum profits, right? Helping you turn those experiences that you have been through, you've overcome, that you have learned, that you have paid for, that you have practiced, right? Where you are able to impact someone else's lives. It's all about being able to package that up into a high ticket offer so you can grow your business to multiple six figures. That is what we do here at Market Your Message. Now, we truly believe that when you lay down a solid foundation, okay, with the right business structure, when you implement the right, and guys, you might hear me and get a little stuffy because I'm stuffy right now. Okay, I might be smacking a little bit because I'm over here eating halls, trying to get the sore throat gone. But yes, when you set a solid foundation with the right business structure and you implement the right marketing strategy to attract, nurture, and convert into your followers, into paying clients, and when you deploy the right growth systems, you will have everything you need to quickly grow a coaching business without the overwhelm and without the frustration. And so all of our frameworks are based on those three components. Okay, so structuring your business, implementing the right strategy, and deploying the right systems. Okay, so today we're talking about the deadly messaging mistake that you may be making that's killing your conversions, right? And the messaging is a part of your structure, right? So the structure consists of your avatar, okay? So that's your niche, knowing your target market, and then knowing your ideal client. So that way you can create, number two, the message that's going to emotionally connect with them, get them to stop, get them to listen to what you have to say, right? And then also having an offer that they actually are going to want, a high ticket offer that creates transformational results for your ideal client. So that is what the structure of your business consists of. And most people, they pay a lot of attention to how can I generate more leads? How can I get more bookings on my calendar, more strategy sessions, right? How can I get more clients? And then a lot of times the problem is in the messaging. So you might find yourself being online all the time, doing all the things and not getting the engagement and the attention that you want. And a lot of times it's because of the messaging. Okay. And so what I'm going to share with you today is very, very important. All right. Listen, if you don't master your message, you're not going to be able to get the attention of your ideal clients. Okay. If you don't master your message, you're not going to be able to get the engagement that you want. If you don't master your message, you are not going to be able to generate enough leads to be able to grow your business. As a coach, you should be generating minimum 40 plus leads every single week organically. Okay, your ads is supposed to supercharge what's already working. I'm gonna say that again. If you are using advertising, it is supposed to supercharge what's already working. So if you are not already generating a minimum of 40 plus leads every week, guess what? You got to go back to the messaging. Okay. If you don't generate those leads, then you're not going to get the clients. Because that's the flow, right? You first got to be able to grab someone's attention. They see a piece of content, right? And let me tell you something. Messaging, it is there's only a few ways, that messaging is given out, right? Like that you could share your message. So I'll tell you, one is through speaking. So like what I'm doing right now, whether it's live, whether it's in person, whatever you say, it is a message. Whatever you say, it attracts people, okay? And it could either attract the right people, or it could attract the wrong people, or it could attract no people. All right. So it's what you say. Another thing is what you write. So maybe you're a writer, you write a lot of social posts, you have a lot of thought-provoking things messages that you want to share. Maybe that's your thing. Guess what? That's your message. Everything that you write, that's your message. Another thing is you're creative. And this is something that a lot of people, I don't even think I've ever heard anybody talk at this level. A lot of people don't even realize that. So like, you see how I just invited you guys over to my Facebook community, the Female Coaches Society. It's for female coaches, right? And I know that there are a lot of brands that are specifically targeting Black, African-American women in business. But my brand, I want to target all women, right? I am, as a matter of fact, 36% of my clientele are not African American, right? And when we look at our Facebook group, we have over 6,300 members in there. And I want to say, this is not exact math, but if I approximate it, I'm going to say that at least 40% of the people in our community are not African American. Why? Because my brand caters to all women, right? And so when you see I put out my creative, like for example, we had our networking event. We do a monthly networking event for our community to connect our people, right? And so we had our monthly networking event last week, I believe. Last week on the 31st, Monday. We had our networking event, and the flyer for the event, we make sure that we actively think of what pictures we're going to use. We make sure that when we use our creatives, we have representation of Black women, Asian women, white women, Spanish women, right? Latinas, right? So, we want representation, and that's another form of messaging. Imagine if all of my creatives show Black women, because I'm a proud Black woman, then you might assume that I only serve Black women, right? So your messaging is what you say, what you write, and it's what you show. What you say, what you write. Somebody write that below. I didn't even get to say, I think I said hi in the beginning, but let me stop for a minute and say hi again. If you're here with me live, put hashtag live below. Thank you for joining me, right? And if you're on the replay, put hashtag replay. I always come back and just say, thank you for watching. Thank you for spending this time with me. I'm coming to bring you some value, right? And so I want you to engage back with me, help me fight these algorithms and get more people to see this content and get this content. Hey, Instagram. All right. Okay. So messaging is what you write, what you say, what you show. Okay. And so you have to be actively looking at those three things, because remember what I said first, with someone hears what you say, see what you write, or see what you show, and that captivates their attention. And then from the offer you give them, you convert them into a lead. Like when you offer that free magnet, you convert them into a lead. And then from the rest of the communication that you give them through video, through audio, if you have podcasts, right, through the emails, the rest of that communication further nurtures so you can convert them into a session or into a client. Maybe you're not someone that does sessions. Either way, there is a process, and everything first starts with your messaging. So we're going to talk about that deadly mistake. The other day I wrote in my Facebook that the amount of money you make and the amount of lives that you actually touch and impact is completely dependent on your messaging. Because when you have poor messaging, you have poor conversions. Somebody write that below. When you have poor messaging, you have poor conversions. Okay. All right. So let's talk about this one mistake, and then we'll break it down, and then we're gonna head. I'm gonna get out of here. I actually came into the office pretty late today, but we are getting ready to launch our signature Master Your Message challenge. So I'm like knee deep. I had videos to record. Okay. I'm getting off. I'm getting off the topic. Okay, so let's get into it. The deadliest mistake that you may be making with your messaging is focusing on the product and the program that you sell instead of focusing on the promise, okay, on the promise and the problem. I'm going to say it again. The deadliest mistake that you are making right now that is killing your conversions is focusing on the product or the program that you sell instead of focusing on the problem you solve and the promise. Okay. And I'm going to break this down twofold. We're going to first talk about the problem, and then we're going to talk about the promise. All right. Every time I give people this advice, I get a lot of people that say, oh my goodness, I didn't even think of it this way. I want you to tell me by giving me a 1 below if you've ever heard this before. Do you know that every business has a problem that they solve, one problem, and that every offer also has a problem? Did you know that? So with everything that you're putting out there, you have to focus on the problem that you solve. A lot of people focus on what they sell, and I get it, because we're in business to make money. You want clients. You want to be able to grow your business. I get that. And so because of that, people, I remember that reel where it'd be like, tell people about your business. Tell people about your business. And yes, you want to tell people about your business, but you have to realize that people are not up at night begging to pay you. But what they are thinking about, let's say you are a weight loss coach, right? What your client might be thinking about is, man, I need to get this weight and this eating under control because I want to be able to live long enough to see my children get married. I want to be able to live long enough to be able to see my grandchildren grow up and be there for them, right? I need to get this weight under control and what I'm eating under control because I don't want to fall sick. Maybe, you know what I mean? So you have to think of, remember I said, when we talk about the structure, and I don't want to get too far because this is definitely just about the deadliest mistake that you're missing, that you're making. But remember, we talked about the structure of your business is knowing that client, because if you don't know that client, you can't even create messaging for them. Right? And so again, the example, if you are a weight loss coach, what is that problem that you solve? And you have to focus on that. Maybe the problem that you are solving with your program, if you're a weight loss coach, is not knowing, not being able to know what to eat to be able to lose weight, or, not having enough time in the day to be able to get their exercise in. And so you're the person that specializes in giving you 10-minute exercises that you can do, even if you're in the office. See? So, and that's a problem. The problem is not having enough time to get your exercise in. Your great desire is that you want to be able to lose weight. You want to be able to eat better, right? So you could be there for your kids. That's the great, deeper desire. The problem is you don't have enough time to work out. You don't know what to eat. And here go your specialist coming in and saying, listen, I know that you don't have enough time, so I'm going to give you a quick 10-minute workout plan that you could do even if you're in the office. See, I'm going to send you every week what you need to pack every day to be able to take to work and eat so you can stay on track with your health goals, right? So there is a specific problem that your business solves, and then there's a specific problem for each offer. I'm going to give you another example. So here at Market Your Message, the problem that we solve is you not getting enough clients, you struggling with getting your message out there, and because of that, you're not getting enough clients. That's the problem. Right? But then the other day, I did my Stories That Sell workshop where I taught my students how to discover, develop, and deliver their signature story, right? And the problem with that was that you're struggling with connecting with your audience. That was the big problem. You're struggling with connecting, you're struggling with connecting with your audience. And so the problem is that, I'm not connecting. And the promise is that come and join this workshop, and I'm going to teach you how to discover, develop, and deliver your signature story so you can emotionally connect with your audience. You see how that program, that workshop has its own problem, just like the problem, my actual company, Market Your Message, we solve a problem. Does that make sense? And so you have to get very clear on the problem with everything that you're putting out there. Before you hit post, say, okay, what problem am I solving with this post, with this caption? What problem am I solving with this reel? What problem am I solving with this email? right? And make sure that you're clearly speaking to that problem. That is what's going to get people to stop and take notice. Number two, let's talk about the promise. I don't want to stay here too much longer. Let's talk about the promise. So, one of the things that I always tell service professionals and the coaches who I work with is, listen, you are selling a promise. Okay. So, like, for example, my phone here, if I wanted to sell my phone here, I could tell you that, hey, my phone has, a big screen where you can see everything, even if you're struggling with your eyesight. I don't know, I'm making that up. But the leather, the cover have beautiful leather, and the gold around it. It looks luxury, right? I could say all of that because this is a tangible product. But when you're selling a service, essentially what you're selling is a promise. You're saying, hey, I feel like a sneeze is coming. You're saying, hey, you pay me and I promise I can help you master your message. You pay me and I promise I can help you make more money in your business, right? That's what you're saying. Hold on one second. I want to make sure okay, yeah. Right? So that's what you're saying. You pay me and I promise I'll help you lose weight. You pay me and I promise I'll help you fix your credit. So this is what you're doing. You're selling a promise. And so that means that you have to be able to articulate that promise, because the truth is that is what people want to buy. And that's the reason why, if you continue to just speak about what you sell, I always tell people, follow the 80-20 rule, right? If you post 10 times a week, then 8 of those posts need to be talking about the problem or talking about the promise. 2 of them talk about the product and the program that you are selling. I'm going to say that again. 80-20 rule. If you're posting 10 times for the week, 8 of those posts need to focus on the problem and the promise. And 2 of those posts focus on the actual program that you're selling. Okay? So I want to encourage you guys to really start looking, to really start conscious. And let me tell you something. If you take my advice, because I've been doing this for a long time, like I said earlier, I've been in this industry since 2012. I've helped so many people when it comes to mastering their message and mastering their marketing so they can make more money in their business. It's what I do. It's what I know. And I can tell you for a fact that a lot of people, they watch, even if they don't engage on the live, they watch, they get the content, but they do not take action. And that is the reason why there's a statistic that I read earlier that basically says it's like 80 something percent of coaches, they quit and fail in their first year, and only 5% of coaches actually hit 6 figures or more in the first 3 years of their business. I know that for a fact because I worked hard for more than 3 years before I hit 6 figures. And it was because of exactly what I'm telling you today. So I've learned, I've invested, and I've learned on how you can use your words and how you focus on the things that actually emotionally connect with people. And that is what gets their attention, and that is what keeps their attention, and that is what compels them or, inspires them to take action. So again, the deadly messaging mistake that you may be making is that you're focusing on the product and the program that you sell instead of focusing on the problem you solve and the promise, the transformational results that you provide for your clients, okay? And so I want you guys to work on that, all right? If you guys resonated with anything of what I'm saying, just give me a 2 below. I think I said 1 before. Give me a 2 below if you're resonating with anything that I'm saying. All right. And I think I mentioned the challenge. We're going to be opening registration to my signature challenge, the Master Your Message Challenge. Yes, we've been doing it for years. And time again, I see so many people, they go on to be featured in OWN. I've had some of my challengers go on to be featured in HuffPost, in Forbes, in the Today Show, because they've learned how to master their message. Even one of my clients presented for the CDC because she learned how to master her message. And so if you struggle with that, then I want you to stay locked in. Registration is going to open either on the 7th or the 8th. And so you can get your spot to join us for that 5-day challenge that's happening this month. And then if you're somebody who's like, okay, Niall, I already did your challenge. I know what you do. I'm ready. 2022 is the year that I want to grow. 2022 is the year that I want to grow my business to 6 figures and beyond. Then you can click the button somewhere around here and somewhere around this video and Instagram. You can click the button in my bio or send us a DM and we'll send you the link so you can book an appointment with one of my team members or myself. Okay. Just see if we're a good fit. All right. So I just want to thank you guys. I hope that this was useful. If this was useful, put useful below. If you guys are here with me live, if this is useful, put useful below. And if you are on the replay, put hashtag replay so I can say thank you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.